What's up? So this segment is going to be called Witty Wednesdays, and I've decided for Wednesdays I'm just going to have sort of a informative blog type thing where I just sort of rant about either things going on in my life, or I rant about my opinions on My Little Pony, or I just state a couple facts about it or something. So a lot of people have asked me about what I think about the current state of the fandom and how recently we've had like the first departures of people from the fandom. It's the first time we've seen the fandom getting less popular, the more popular. And I think in order to arrive to a conclusion, we might want to start with where the whole thing began. But I became a Brony in February of 2012. So I came in a little later than most people. I know most people came in during like the summer of 2011. But where the whole thing started, it started late 2010. Friendship is Magic Parts 1 and 2, which was the pilot for the whole series, came out in October of 2010. And I believe a little bit before that, there was an article written about how the show was proof that there was no more hope for good TV and they were only using TV shows to market products and stuff. And apparently 4chan got a hold of it, and someone from there probably decided to watch the first couple of episodes. They thought, hey, it was pretty good. How about you guys watch this? So that happened for the first 4 episodes or so, and apparently the people behind the show noticed, and they made little adjustments in the show, and it just started to gain popularity, and it really took off. As for the fan content, the earliest I've seen, besides the silly little memes and stuff, the earliest actual like music and all that stuff was, I believe it was Eurobeat Brony. I saw a couple videos from like April of 2011, and that was when that whole thing started to rise. And then in the summer of 2011, we saw a ton of things pop up. I might put in a couple links to show all the content that appeared between seasons 1 and 2. Season 1 ended on May 6, 2011, and after that, that's when people started to create stuff. Between late 2010 and early 2011, there was obviously the infamous Cupcakes fanfic. There was the Mods Are Asleep Post Ponies meme, which appeared all over 4chan, and there was everything there were all those silly little memes that were being posted all over the place. Kind of annoyed people, but it's what got a lot of people on the bandwagon. So from there, season 2 came out, and the show is just gaining more and more popularity. There's Discord in mid-September. The season came out, second season, and then we obviously saw the Discord song by Living Tombstone in January 2012, and that got a ton of hits, and that's undoubtedly the most popular song in the entire fandom. It got featured in Rolling Stone and everything. Everything was going great, right? The second season ended in April 2012, and by then I was well into the fandom and listening to all the content that was being put out and everything. I was looking at all the art. I was like amazed at everything. I saw Equestria Daily for the first time in the middle of the second season, and well, it existed before that, but everything was going smooth, right? So then there was the summer of 2012, and that was when I experienced my first drought. That's what people sort of call it, the drought, where there's no episodes and people kind of fall off and do other things, and it's like, there's not enough pony content. I think a little bit of stuff got released in the summer of 2012, but arguably the height of the entire fandom was BronyCon 2012. I'll post a link to Know Your Meme. On the graph for searching for bronies, the highest point is in July 2012, which I believe BronyCon 2012 was June 30th and July 1st or something like that. And that was huge. I mean, a ton of people showed up. And it was funny. I signed up for it while there were only 300 people signed up. And then I remember a couple days after I signed up, Tara Strong announced her going there, and a bunch more people signed up, and then more of the crew behind the show signed up, and even more people were getting their tickets to go, and it ended up being about 4,000 people, I believe. And that was great. But then season 3 happened. I thought, outside of the last 2 episodes and the last one, I thought the season was pretty good. There weren't any episodes that made the season solid, but all the episodes were pretty good, satisfying enough. I thought 13 episodes is not enough for a season, but apparently they were working on Equestria Girls at the time, which was a really good movie, by the way. I recommend everyone buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out. It's definitely worth the money. I think on Amazon it's like $12 or something, so it's not that bad. But yeah, in the middle of season 3, I think the first huge upset in this fandom was when Twilight got wings. Now, personally, I sort of reacted a little bit with that. I reacted a little bit with Equestria Girls. I was like, is this a joke, you know? But then I thought, well, I joined the fandom a little late, and I was trying to think in other people's shoes. I was trying to think, like, well, what got this fandom going in the first place? It's kind of the same thing. It was like, oh, this show is so stupid, who would watch that? And then you watch it yourself and you end up liking it yourself. So I thought, well, maybe that'll be the same case with Princess Twilight, Alicorn, and Equestria Girls. So I'm giving Alicorn Twilight a chance here, and I really don't think she looks that weird with wings, but that's just me. And I gave Equestria Girls a chance. I went to the theater. I traveled really far to see it, and I thought it was great. Although part of that might be just the movie theater experience, you know, you're with everyone, you see it with a huge group of people, and it's great, it's amazing. But then there were other things that kind of popped up that kind of like made people leave the fandom, but it's kind of silly. Something that pops up in a lot of fandoms and such is explicit art. And people seem to spread it around, and then other people tend to notice, and then they just sort of second guess whatever they're doing, and it's just... But I'd say for those people, I'd say just watch the show and still be into the show for what it is. It's a great show. But yeah, I'd say just don't quite give up on the fandom just yet, because if all the good people leave, then who are you left with, you know? So yeah, that leads us up to now, where we're having the first sort of downward spiral, I'll say. But November 23rd, season 4 coming out. It's going to be great. I think it's going to bring a lot of people back. Yeah. What else comes to mind? The end of April, I heard Alex S. was no longer a Brony. You know, he wasn't going to make pony music. He wanted to take music more seriously. At some point, I kind of want to do that too. But I thought about giving the whole Brony music thing a try first, you know? It's always been my dream to perform at some convention, and unfortunately, gaining popularity is a huge thing for a musical artist, so I'm just going to have to try my best, and I think one thing I have to really do is upload stuff in a timely manner, you know? So yeah, what else? BronyCon in a couple of days. I will definitely upload more stuff with BronyCon as it gets closer, and during the convention. That'll most likely be my Sunday upload. Let's see. Yeah, for my music on Monday, I'm going to have to either upload something old or create something new really fast because time is ticking away. Let's see what else. I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to do for this video. It's just sort of a generic rant about the series and what I think. If you have any other suggestions for videos, just please let me know. I'll really appreciate it. I've been running short on ideas, so I just sort of thought about ranting my mouth off. So I guess that's it. I'll see you later.